Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Blackout Gaming. My name is Raishi, and with me in the casting booth tonight is Smiley Face, Hayden, Magical Killer Cow, whatever you want to call him. Welcome, Hayden.
Hello.
And with me on the streaming on his own channel rather than the Blackout Gaming TV, as the England game has overrun, we've got Heavy as GPS. So hopefully he'll be able to catch all the plays in this Highlander Nations Cup Week 1 match today that we've got for you today. It is, at the moment, it's between Ireland and Denmark, so it's going to be pretty good. There's some top-level names on both sides. Hayden, if you could maybe give us a rundown on one of the rosters.
I choose Denmark, because this is the roster I was given. So, first of all, we've got Zen on Scout, Crizzle on Soldier, Quad on Pyro, Dr. Phil on Demoman, Calm on Heavy, Beta on Engineer, One Flower on Medic, Hellberg on Sniper, and Tutorial on Spy.
Yeah, so like I say, there's some pretty high-level players there. I mean, Calm, One Flower, and Dr. Phil, they're all from the same Sixes team, which I think is Div 2, perhaps just been promoted, or perhaps staying in Div 2 this season. Same team as F2, the Danish medic, who used to play for Epsilon, so they're obviously going to be really good on their chosen classes. Quad, of course, a fantastic player, fantastic aim. He'll be on Pyro today, so, you know, shotgun could be happening. Obviously, you can't bring out his quad pistol on Pyro, so we're not going to get to see any of that. But I think he'll still be pretty good with the shotgun. Tutorial, pretty high-level Highlander player, so maybe some spy stabs from him. Zen, high-level Sixes player, he'll be on Scout, he'll be pretty good. I don't really know anyone else. I recognise Hellberg's name from lobbies and pickups and things like that. And I seem to remember him being a pretty good sniper, so we'll see how he fares against the Ireland sniper. And speaking of Ireland, I will run down the Irish roster. On Scout, we have Cribby. Soldier, we've got Josh. Beep will be the Pyro. Funkadelic will be the Demo. Day will be Heavy. Cunnyfunt will be Engineer. Don't mispronounce that, Hayden, honestly. It's a terrible thing.
There's no way I'm pronouncing that right all day.
Brulo will be on Medic. Murloc Johnny will be the Sniper. And Badwater will be on the Spy. So, again, some pretty high-level names in Highlanders, pretty high-level names in Sixes. Funkadelic, which he's not actually tagged up at the moment, but I just like stuttering his name, plays for Did I Stutter, which is a Div 1 Sixes team, and he's their Demo, and he's maining Demo for this match, so I expect him to do pretty high-level stuff. They've also got Bulo, who leads It's All Good, who are of course a really high-level Highlander team, and just recently won the Division 1 in Wireplay Highlander against Killswitch, which was casted a couple of days ago. They've also got Beep, again, high-level Pyro. Day, again, a high-level Pyro, but he'll be on Heavy, so whether his aim will stand true, we don't know. I mean, I assume it's easier to hit flames than bullets. Maybe? I don't know. I don't play either
There's
class.
a chance. Like, the bullets, the angle, and smart.
Okay, good. There's some other players there. Kirby, I recognise the name. Josh, Div 2 Soldier, I think. Div 1. Cunnyfunt leads Gangster Gang Gaming, the European one in Platt. Murloc Johnny, a really good spy. He's off class to Sniper today, so whether or not he'll be any good. Dewata, I searched for Dewata and I found him in EU Steel this season, so whether he'll stand up to Tutorial, I don't know, but apparently he's a lad from my inside source in the Irish team. So whether that will, traverse over to his gameplay skill, I really don't know. But we've got 20 players in the server right now, not including Source TV. So I'm thinking that some people might leave.
11 versus 9.
If we look at the server right now, we've got players like Dougie, Goofy, and Up5R4HB3K, who I don't actually know who they are. Kimberly, again, I don't know who that is. So there's quite a few players who I don't actually know who they are.
There's just a lot of people playing video games, right?
Yes, definitely. A lot of people playing video games. Trying not to lose.
That's generally the gist of games. I want Ireland to win. I'm saying it. That's it.
So do
Ireland,
I.
Please.
Again, my inside source in the Irish team, I talked to him, and he says that they're predicting a roll in Denmark's favour, so they think Denmark will roll them, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer than that. I mean, they've got some really good players on both teams. These are pretty standard maps. I mean, Badwater and Steel have been played since the beginning of Highlander, maybe not Steel, but
Steel.
Badwater, the classical Highlander map. Steel is a really good map. I love it. Would play again.
Badwater's an incredible map. I really enjoy Badwater. Just like the entire map itself, just the way that players have to play on this map. I enjoy it, but still, no, it's so messy and awful. And look, I dare you to try find a control point.
Hey, found it. I would like to point out that we spent ages trying to get High GPS spent ages trying to get his plugin working so that they were all on the right teams and everything was right with the things. And it should have showed up nicely. I can't actually watch the stream, so I didn't know. But now they've all just switched teams. So all the colours and everything that was right, now wrong GPS. So unlucky. But apparently they're heavy fist fighting, so we're going to try and find who is fighting.
Oh, I want to look at the fancy plugin. We have 20 people still on the server.
Yes. What is going on?
Highlander plus 10 versus 10 Highlander. 2 medics.
Who are these players? I don't know. They're all changed their name.
Remember when we thought they were going to start on time?
Oh,
that's funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was 12 minutes ago. Yeah, that's not happening. Trying to find out who these people are. I don't know.
There's just a lot of people with silly names that I don't know any of them. And it's just a lot of numbers and letters, and I'm supposed to know them, but, I mean, up 5R, 4HB, 3K, how am I supposed to know who that is?
I can't even recognise the profile picture. I'm trying to find him desperately on ETF2L, and we cannot find him at all. It's ridiculous. Hang on, let me see. Is he on the Danish roster? Is he on... I can't find him. Is this? Where do all these people come from? He's not on the Danish roster. He's not.
No.
I don't know who he is. What is this? This server is just full of people who aren't playing this match. What is going on?
It's just some like pub players that tried using the quick play option on the main menu, and they accidentally got thrown into some competitive game.
Maybe.
So they're just running around as like backburner pyro trying to kill everything.
I think we've finally got the team sorted out, and I would notice that Dougie.ie is playing instead of Josh. I think. What I can work out. He's on Soldier, Josh is not on the server. So, Dougie, I think, is an old Div 4 player, I think. Same X team as Kribby, so he should still be pretty good. And he plays for the Ireland National 66 team as well, so yeah, he generally, looking at his history, he's generally sort of played around Div 4, 3. So, yeah, he should be pretty good.
But we do have 18 people on the server, you know, there's extra 2 pub players, they've gone to play some more CP Orange, and now we get down to the super serious Nations Cup. I mean, I want Ireland to win, and I don't know why, I just do. I mean, I like both teams, but it's Ireland. How can you say no to Ireland? And I think it'll be a close game. Who was it that predicted that Denmark could roll? I disagree with that. No.
One of the Irish players, I won't name him, I'll just say he's a babe, predicted that Denmark will roll Ireland.
No.
Which I don't think. I think they've both got really good players. I mean, they're both led by strong Highlander No, that's a lie. Ireland's led by strong Highlander mains, but Denmark's perhaps got the better teamwork and better players. But I don't know. Perhaps. I mean, they've got better sixes players, certainly. But this is Highlander, and anything happens. Spies can get triple backstabs. You know, engineers can drop medics with the pistol. You know, this is Highlander. Shit gets real. Yeah. I lost where I was going with that train of thought, but I think this will be a close game. I really hope it will be a close game because it'll be much more fun to watch. But it looks like Ireland are now on blue and Denmark are now on red, and we're just waiting for the teams to ready up. This is only 15 minutes late. This is the week 1.
This is progress
Week
compared
1.
to all other games.
Yeah, this is the week 1 Group H game between Denmark and Ireland. H.
Score predictions. Go.
Ireland to take Badwater, Steel to be really, really close. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. I don't know why we like them, because I mean, we're both English.
Yeah, I know.
And
it's just...
And yet, surely, we should want to see the Irish fall in disgust, because obviously, you know, things like rugby.
But Ireland's cool. Like, just as a country, it's like, hey, you're Irish, you have a cool voice. Let me be your friend.
Don't fall into the American way of thinking about the Irish, thinking that they're all like, you know, top lads, all the resistance fighters and all that. No. The Irish are evil. Well, saying that, one of my best holidays I ever went on was to Ireland, where I got really drunk. So, I don't know.
Exactly. Good memories, good TF2 players, and a great country.
I don't know about good TF2 players. Mediocre at best. Some of them. Well,
on a good day.
The specific one that I'm talking about is mediocre at best. John's joined the wrong channel. John, you coming in to say anything? Have you perhaps got the score of the England game that I would very much like to hear, which I haven't heard because I wasn't able to watch the stream? Score of the England game, John?
England won.
England won. This is good.
Lads.
Yeah, good job, lads. Good job. Hey, great. Go away, John. Thank you.
Don't interrupt our cast, God.
yeah. Well, I mean, I would have much liked to have been casting the England game, but Hildreth and Mia got there first.
Yeah.
So we'll cast this game.
Hey, but
instead.
we have Ireland.
Yeah.
So nothing wrong with
they're
that.
all drunk and other racial stereotypes. I don't really know any racial stereotypes about the Danish, which is good because I don't actually know any of them. So I might get offended.
Can we just assume they all wear top hats? And that's not a stereotype.
No, because that's a good thing.
Okay,
that's awesome. Apparently they're just about to go live. So 90 seconds from now in the match.
Right, let's count down.
Ready.
Count down.
No, wait, I'm not counting down.
1.
No.
2.
Stop it. No, you look silly.
I always did. No.
I'm stunned and slightly aroused. But anyway, back to the match. Yeah, so we've gone over rosters. I'm Raishi, he's Hayden, Smiley Face, Magical Killer Cow, any number of silly names.
Yeah,
Can you pick one? Could you not pick one?
Just call me Hayden. But like, if you'd like, just get loads of numbers and letters together and that can be my name.
Yeah, but like, you're Hayden, but in Mumble I can see your Smiley Face. In game, I see you as Magical Killer Cow. On pickup,
I'm Smiley Face squared.
I saw you earlier as Magical Killer Cow. It's ridiculous. I think. Nope, not going live yet. Come on, almost there. But yeah, so it's gonna be some good teams, good players. Let's watch this match. Let's shoutcast what happens. I'm gonna keep talking until they start. I'm gonna run out of things to say, but I'm gonna keep talking about this heavy, wonderful hair.
Is this your cheeky way of trying to get the introduction?
I've done the introduction.
No,
I already did the introduction.
No, but like the first start game introduction thing.
I was gonna do that anyway. I was just gonna interrupt you if you were talking.
That's not fair. I'm gonna make it my job to try steal this.
Why do people keep joining this now? 10 players on blue!
Hey, we're gonna be going live!
What?
But they're going
What
live.
is this?
9 versus 10, 19 people. Denmark versus Ireland. Group H. ETF2L Nation Highlander Cup. Week 1.
Have they forgotten to put the password on this server? Really? Come on. Seriously, I don't even... yeah, but... Denmark in red, of course. Ireland on the blue. Let's see what's going on. I can't believe they've got 10 players. Right, yeah, so Denmark putting in a pretty standard rollout. 3 players suiciding for the engineer, so that should give him enough metal, I think. I think 3's the sort of minimum, isn't it?
The heavy farming in spawner blue.
Of course, that's what it's all about. You need those points. I mean, look, A and Cunny Fun already, you know, scoring way ahead of their medic Bulo. Yeah,
so how bad would it be if I pronounced Cunnifunt's name wrong?
I think we'd have to excommunicate you from Blackout.
Because there's no way that I'm making, like, that's gonna work all night.
They've actually not put a password on the server, guys. This is why there is random people. I've just been told that they forgot to put a password on the server. They actually
the
forgot.
game's starting.
The game has started, so this is a Nations Cup match, so all important, and random people could still join. I hope they've changed it by now, but Blue coming out really, really strong out of spawn. This is Ireland, of course, they're pushing straight up the hill. Critzing straight up onto the thing. Dr. Phil goes down. That is the demo. But Tutorial backstabbing Murloc Johnny there. So that's no sniper coming out of Ireland, but he will get up pretty quickly. One Flower still holding on to Azuba. He did not get popped with that crits. So Bulo's plan there failing. Pretty much because it did not get the medic. He's still up, of course. He's got 40% crits. So if they get a good enough crits, they can drop One Flower, or they can at least force him. Then they can come back with the crits, which is, I think, a really good strategy. But, you know, Bulo's in a pretty dangerous position here. He doesn't want to stay in spawn because obviously his team need heals. But Red, this is just giving them lots and lots of time to just sit up top on this cliff.
Yeah, I mean, we did actually see Ireland like losing almost all of their players pretty quickly out that door there. Like, they were trying to get onto this point, but the red Uber did come in, and that just kind of prevented them from being able to do anything. And now we do actually see Bulo still running that crit streak, still being persistent with those crits, and One Flower, of course, still using that stock medigun. So it's kind of curious to see what they're trying to do with that crit streak, see what it will get done. I am kind of curious to see if it'll work out in their favour. It does seem like Denmark are holding very strongly, though. They do have very nice positioning, and they are going to be able to hold up on this cliff for a very long amount of time. I mean, the cart is at the other side of the tunnel right now, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be going anywhere anytime soon, just because of how many people are around. Tutorial taking down the sniper though and the engineer, and going to be able to sap that sentry. And config is fucked apparently.
Yeah, they're the wrong config, and they're going to restart. This is the most well organised. No, wait, no, it's not. The Scotland versus Sweden game was even more well organised. Got to point that out there, because that was never played, because Scotland forfeited. But yeah, so they're going to restart the config, I hope. SV_pure is wrong, everything is wrong.
Welcome to Team Fortress 2.
Apparently the config fucked up on the England game as well, so it's not just the Irish. I mean, I think this is the Irish server. During Badwater as well, so it's all Badwater's fault, basically.
Yeah. It's the map, of course. Like, it's not about somebody doing something wrong with the config. It's just, no, it's the map. Don't play Badwater. All your problems will be solved.
Caster's gonna have a good time, as Tutorial says, and yeah, we're having a really fun time.
Yeah.
Just getting completely confused with what's going on. There we go. Configs re-exec. Hopefully, something will happen now, and hopefully it will. Connie Fun says we were doing quite well, according to Connie Fun. I would counteract that. So we'll see. We'll see how this is gonna do. They've actually put a password on.
Yeah,
which is
everybody,
good.
that can be the stream highlights. Make a frag video of the SV password being protected.
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
just have lots of random people joining. But hopefully we'll go live again. I question Bulo's strats for the crit screen right out of spawn though. Like. I don't know.
I think it would have worked. I mean, Denmark definitely weren't expecting it. It was just Funkadelic managed to miss, and then they ended up getting harassed, and I think Funkadelic went down. And it was just pretty unlucky with the positioning of the Denmark team. So I think it would have worked if they'd got that crit sticky just nicely placed right on the ridge, and then everything would have died. Then Ireland would have pushed and taken first point, and maybe taken second point as well, because of course crits you need to play aggressively with. But obviously it didn't work, and obviously they can't do it again, as Denmark will know they're not going to do it again. Because
I have a
that
feeling
would be
Bulo's
silly.
still going to try it though. For some reason, I feel like Bulo's just still going to run that crit screen. He has switched to stock though in pre-game, and I mean pre-game means a lot, but
Oh yeah, of course,
I know.
yeah.
It's kind of, it's double reverse psychology, it's like double bluffing. I mean, Denmark are going to think that Bulo's going to be switching, because, you know, they already know, but then, you know, boom, crit sticky. It could work.
Yeah, but then again, it depends how stupid these Ireland think the Danish are.
That's a good point.
Yeah. And I don't want to say that they think they're stupid, but I don't think they're stupid. I don't think that sentence made any sense, but here we go! Starting again! Finally! This is something. Hopefully everything is right now, the config is correct. Denland? The Danish rolling out really, really fast. They're getting there, they're going to put a few suicides up for the engineer. That's Dr. Phil, that's Zen, so that's a couple of players going down there.
Health pack.
Maybe Ireland should put... Oh, sorry, no, it's pre-game, isn't it? But yeah, so a couple of players going down. And... Are they still running that crits? They're not. They're not running the crits.
No, I wanted crits.
There's just about enough time for Bulo to switch. If he switches now, but...
No, he's not going to do it.
He's not.
No.
Yeah, so good luck, have fun. This is going to be the first match of the week, Group H group of the ETF2L Highlander Nations Cup between Ireland in the blue team and Denmark on the red team. I think I've said this like 4 times now. But yeah, I'm Racy.
Right?
With me in the casting booth is Hayden, Magical Killer Cow /
Just say
Smiley
Hayden, there's
Face.
no need.
And on the stream is Heavy is GPS. Bulo's still on running that Uber, so no crits this time. Going to be pretty standard. They're going to rush out. They're going to try and get either a force or a sniper down or anything.
Yeah, they're going to be trying to get out of this cart.
Temps coming out of point. They want to get a couple of picks. They don't want him to go down.
Yeah, I mean, Ireland, we saw them last time, they really did well at staying on that point. They pushed it straight through tunnel very quickly, getting a lot of time on it, but then they struggled taking down the sentry and being able to get it, and we do see a lot of Irish players just kind of suiciding onto the point. Crizzle doing a bit of work with that direct hit, trying to take down quite a few players right there, and I mean, it's just this sentry gun, and as soon as that sentry gun goes down and Ireland are feeling in a confident position, that's what's going to allow them to go any further, and Bulo's still starting spawn, just kind of going to be waiting until they kind of have an opportunity to push out, but still, Day just went down, Murloc went down, and a lot of players are going down for Ireland, and they're not really using any kind of advantages.
Yeah, I don't think actually Denmark's lost any players. There we go, Crizzle and Zen going down first, but Hellberg got the first blood there onto sniped Honeyfun, but of course it doesn't really matter because with that such short respawn time, but the sentry's not down, but with Zen, Hellberg, and Crizzle all down, this should be the chance here. Yeah, here they come, they're storming on the cliff, they want to pop this Uber nice and quickly. They're in a bad position. Okay, they're coming down low, this is a good strat. Here comes the Uber, completely avoiding the pyro, and in fact blowing the engineer up onto the cliff, but Bulo gets disconnected from his heavy. He's with his heavy now, he's with his soldier. They've really get this down. Quad, Hellberg, Crizzle all going down. One flower still up with 4%. He manages, he's fighting a scout and a spy, but he does not manage to do it. But Tutorial takes down Bulo with a revolver shot, so that's no Uber for either team, but of course Bulo gets up a lot faster, and that's 2 up for Denmark, and they're already on the second point, so they should be able to hold this relatively easily. But Blue storming straight through. No, they're not storming straight through.
Yeah, Ireland just really need to start, or needed to put a lot of pressure up top very quickly. And now we do see Denmark's heavy up here protecting the engineer, and that is really what's going to delay them for this point. I mean, the second point can be a lot of a pain to push, and one flower actually going down to Dougie there, and a couple of players going down for Denmark, and everything does get sapped as well as the engineer going down. So I take back everything I just said, but if that sentry did go up and Ireland didn't just storm the top of the castle or the roof, if you want to be boring about it, then they wouldn't have been able to push this, and they are looking very strong right now. A lot of players down for Denmark. The one flower did go down as well as the engineer, but they're still not going to be able to take it. I mean, there is Quad doing a bit of work onto the point as well, but Ireland's losing a lot of players, and they just aren't feeling confident on pushing onto the next point.
Yeah, they need to make use of the height advantage. I mean, they took roof, they need to actually start using it, because at the moment the only person up there is Murloc Johnny, and he gets taken down by a nice air flare from Quad, and of course Denmark are really easily able to reclaim this. Ireland had a small area which they could push, but because their heavy and their medic were split apart, they couldn't really get a competent combo, and Dr. Phil just came in and just ruined everything.
Yeah, we do see Day actually from Team Ireland, just on point.
Flower died. Did he die?
No,
well, he died.
He did.
You know. So Bulo's now on a 70% advantage, and they pretty much push this straight onto the roof. Is there anything up there?
Day was up there trying to do a bit of work. We do actually see Calm up there. Calm getting taken down by Dougie, but Dougie's going to be pressured down by a lot of players up there. He's still on 25 health trying to use that shotgun, but he does get taken down. Ireland managed to grab that point, and there is a level 1 sentry around the corner though, and Ireland is losing a lot of players. Was that the engineer getting backstabbed? Yeah, it was. But the spiders get taken down very quickly as well, but it's just kind of, the sentry's down, and now they have a free opportunity to push. I mean, Dr. Phil's down, Zen's down, and a couple of players for Denmark are down, and that's just going to allow Ireland to really push up and push forward. Not really sure where the scout is. Scout's Cribby going to be just getting onto the point with the pyro, and they're going to be just kind of pushing straight through up top, through the house, and just trying to do a little bit of work. Sentry's already going up, and if they try to focus this quick enough, that's really going to prevent any kind of push. The Uber was actually popped up, but one flower's going to be able to grab this Uber very quickly and being able to counter pop it back onto Ireland, and that's going to allow Ireland to really solidly defend this. They're dealing off a lot of damage, a lot of Irish players going down right now, and Denmark are looking extremely confident and strong at holding this point.
Yeah, there's only 3 up for Ireland at the moment, and that's not pretty good for if they want to be pushing, which they really do. Yeah, one flower. He managed to get out. He saw that Uber coming, and he backed out as far as possible, which was really unlucky for him. Which was really good for him, because it meant he was able to get that Uber, and then they completely destroyed. I think Tutorial got backstab on the medic, which means that, yeah, unlucky beep. Which he should know what I'm talking about, but no one else is, because it's private. But yes, so Denmark, they're pretty much holding in this forward house, and that's a really easily spammable position, but Ireland aren't taking confidence. In fact, Beat goes down to Phil, and Johnny's down as well. Hellberg and Johnny pretty much exchanging frags. One will spawn and kill the other one, and then, one will spawn and kill the other one, and it's just, they can't seem to do anything other than kill each other at the moment. I haven't seen anyone get another kill on, I haven't seen either sniper get a kill on anything else. But Dougie tries to jump in on Calm. It's not going to happen. Denmark holding really, really far forward, and that's not something they want to be doing. Especially as I think I heard a drop, but no one drops. Bulo gets taken down. So perhaps this forward hold is working for him. It looks like forward hold is working for him. As One Flower's on 100%. Denmark are really far forward. They've got support with their medic. They've got ammo. Ireland are just, they've just stopped. Can't seem to push this. They need a full team push, and they're getting split up and bleeding out onto the point too much at the moment.
Yeah, it's just kind of Denmark, they're holding forward and they're holding aggressive just because they can. They have that sentry and they know that they have the advantage. All they need to do is, if Team Ireland do actually get that Uber, as soon as they pop into them, they just repush. And the only person I can really think of being able to do much right now is Badwater. If he gets the backstab on the engineer and gets the sentry sapped, or at least just the engineer down, that's really what's going to allow them to push in. But with One Flower actually having this Uber, I can't see Team Ireland being able to push this at all anytime soon. The cart is rolling back, and Denmark are feeling, you know what, let's be aggressive about it. They do manage to push right into them, all the way up to the to the forward spawn, actually. A lot of Team Ireland players going down. Bula on 99% right now, going to be able to grab that Uber charge ready, but I mean, he has no teams to do it with. Badwater is sat with the Cloak and Dagger in-house, just kind of scouting out the area, going to be able to get the soldier, missing the stab on the heavy though, and he does get taken down. But still, that's another pick down in the bag, and it's just kind of going to be waiting to see what happens. Just kind of waiting for Ubers to bounce out. Bulo did actually grab that Uber. Bulo didn't go down, and that's probably going to allow Team Ireland to be able to do something fairly soon, but One Flower is going to be able to grab that Uber soon enough and be able to counter it.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't advise Denmark to hold forward, but the way One Flower's building is just, it doesn't really matter now that Bulo's got the Uber, because One Flower's got it himself, and so it's an Uber versus Uber situation where realistically Ireland had a huge advantage and they just didn't take advantage of it because they couldn't get their players there fast enough, because too many of them suicided in. Day and Beat both going down, so there's no heavy, there's no pyro, so all Bulo's got is that Funkadelic on demo, but he gets, Solly gets taken down as well. And Denmark again holding really far forward. They can. Ireland's given them the space. Hellberg taking down Bulo with a body shot, and Denmark are just taking it. No, it's not going well for Ireland at the moment. They look strong on the first point. They look strong on the second point, and then it just seems to have just fallen apart for them right now.
Yeah, Denmark are putting up a really solid defense right now, and they're just really being able to do exactly what they need to do, be in the right position at the right time. With about a 70% advantage, they're still going to be able to hold it. They really need to do something about either the medic or the engineer right now until Team Ireland can really do anything, because with that massive Uber advantage, as soon as any kind of push comes in from Team Ireland, they're just going to get pushed back, and Denmark are feeling or looking very solid. We do actually see Badwater. I don't know if he was running Dead Ringer before, but he is running Dead Ringer now. I don't think he was. He takes down the soldier though, very nice pick, and he is kind of trapped in this house here now. I'll be quite lucky if he does manage to escape. He does pull out the Dead Ringer though, and he is going to be able to escape, and just kind of lurk behind them. And as I say that, a Funkadelic, Day, and Murloc all going down. A lot of players going down for Team Ireland, and it's just going to slow down their push more than anything, and not allow them to do anything. I don't know what happened to Bula. I presume Bula did die.
He got destroyed by pipes and spam right at the beginning of that push. He had like 40% Uber, and he was pushing with his team into an Uber, and it was never going to work. I mean, if you looked at the health of Ireland, every single person who was still alive was like less than 100 health, and that's just not what you want. Just Duwater's just behind. He gets immediately shut down by Zen. Now they're holding so far forward. They've pushed the car almost all the way back to the second point.
Yeah, that's just absurd, and Denmark, if they keep it over this rate, there's no way the Team Ireland are going to push it past the second point just because of how they're doing it. Krizzle is going to be running direct hit though, going to be just kind of spamming out anybody that's looking through choke, and I mean, from Denmark holding all the way far back to holding so far forward, it's a bit of a step, and it kind of shows that Team Ireland really needs to figure out what they're doing. Tutorial's going down though, so is Quad and so is Zen, so there is a little bit of an advantage that they may be able to work with, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It just seems like Team Denmark are in better positions, better DM skills, and just being able to outplay Team Ireland at any time they need, and with equal Ubers, there's nothing Team Ireland can do right now. It does look like they're going to be popping that Uber, but they pop it really early, and now they're just walking into Team Denmark, and Team Denmark Ubering later, and just going to be able to chip off a lot of damage and allow Team Denmark just to push into them. Day trying to be a little bit too aggressive, and he does get taken down, and Calm just sat behind this barrier. He has no need to go any further forward, but he's going to be able to do a lot of damage, take down a lot of players, and be able to secure this point for his team.
Yeah, a lot of players going down there on the Irish side, whereas Zen's the only one down at the moment. And, you know, it's just... they're getting cohesive pushes, and it's just not working because the DM is just completely different. In level of DM is just completely different. Calm seems to be doing a lot better than Day, and as just a heavy, he's just staying there as thing. Funkadelic and Kirby getting really good on Ireland though, so they've got points. They're getting frags. They're trying to do much as they can, but it's not working. Because I mean, Beaters, the engineer for Denmark, has got 5 points. He's sat back on third with his sentry, just giving them that position to just fall back to, should they need to, which they don't. But if they do, if Ireland actually wins a push, you know, an Uber versus Uber situation comes out of in Ireland's favour, Denmark can just fall back, and they've got that sentry there, and Ireland have to wait for an Uber to try and destroy it, unless they get really lucky with a, you know, Badwater goes huge or something.
Yeah,
and at the moment, that's just not happening.
It's just kind of a safety net. Like, if they need it, they can have it and beat it.
You just cut out.
Oh, sorry about that, my mouse is crappy. But yeah, Team Ireland, they, even if they do start making a push, that sentry's there, and Team Denmark are going to be able to fall back and really going to be able to do some nice plays, and they're going to be able to secure this point, and I can guarantee that Team Ireland aren't going to be able to grab this second point, just because of how strong Team Denmark are looking, and they're going to be able to hold this really well. I mean, Beaters sat back there, Uber's at 100% for both teams, but nothing's going to be coming out of it. One Flower's just buffing his entire team, and they're all slowly making their way forwards. Tutorial took down Funkadelic right there. The Uber was actually popped from Team Ireland really early. I presume that got forced from somewhere. Tutorial revolver killing Bulo right there. And now he's just lurking around, taking down the medic, as I just said. And he's going to be able to do a little bit of work before it does get taken down. And still, One Flower, 100% Uber. I mean, it's just kind of waiting to see what happens. And, I mean, we all know what's going to happen. They don't even need to use this Uber.
Yeah, I think if we actually look at logs after the end of this match... Oh yeah, nice one, but I can't. Quad, sorry. I think if we actually look at logs by the end of this match, Bulo would have popped more Ubers than the One Flower, because One Flower hasn't needed to. He hasn't been in a position where an Uber will be helpful to his team, because his team are just pushing so far forward, and they've just got such good positioning that it doesn't matter. Quad solos in, and he's going to go down, but it doesn't matter, because, oh, time's run out. That's why it doesn't matter.
2 capture points. Pillar Badwater. Yeah, Denmark's got, it's just poor play by Ireland. Like, there was a few advantages that they had, but they didn't have that many advantages because Denmark was such a strong team and because Denmark was doing so well. And there's a part of me that feels like Denmark may not take this as seriously now. Like, I know it's just kind of a thing that whenever you do so well, you just kind of don't take it seriously. And I want them to. I want to see how strong Team Denmark can prove that they are, and see just how strongly they can show themselves to be, and see how strong they can portray themselves, and just see what happens, because they are looking really strong, and I'm sure they're going to be really strong and really just completely push through all of these. But I want to see if Team Ireland stands any kind of chance on trying to defend against them.
Well, I think Badwater is... I mean, it's a great map, and it's the quintessential Highlander map, but everyone knows how to play Highlander on Badwater. Everyone. I mean, you must have played a lobby, you know the holes, you know what everyone does. So I think, even though these guys are mostly Sixers players, they know what they're doing. Yet, when it comes to Steel, you know, that's not played in pubs, it's not played in lobbies, it's not played anywhere, because it's a terrible map if you don't do it with teamwork. And of course, it's really only played in Highlander. And so, the strong backing of Highlander players over on the Irish team, I think, will help them to have a better game on Steel, unless, of course, they just get out DM'd at every turn, which, from the basis of this game, it might happen.
Yeah, we're going to see Tutorial trying to... Oh, Tutorial almost getting the backstab onto Bulo right there. I was expecting that. Like, I saw him walking up, I was like, can we see a med drop, please? But we didn't. Milo did actually get taken down though, and Kirby's going to be focusing onto Hellberg right there and taking Hellberg down. But I mean, Denmark are looking pretty strong right now. They just kind of all went straight through tunnel, and yet they're still doing a lot of damage. One Flower letting a few of his teammates die though. Calm did go down right there, and the Uber was actually popped. And I want to see if anything does come out of this. I mean, Bulo's still holding onto that Uber as well. And One Flower not really getting much done with that, which is a bit of a shame. And now the Uber's popped from Bulo, and now they're going to start doing a little bit of work. But all of Team Ireland isn't really around anymore, and the sentry does actually get sniped by Hellberg though, and that's going to allow Funkadelic just to feel very aggressive and feel the need to be aggressive, jumping down, just spamming straight through tunnel. But Team Denmark did lose a lot of players, so it does seem like Team Ireland lost a lot of players, sorry, so Team Denmark should be pushing fairly soon.
Yeah, they're down to 2, and that's Day and Badwater, and He's about to go down. That's just the first point. They've got 2 minutes to just walk it right around this corner and take the second point, and that's looking really, really likely right now. As Ireland have got no defense set up on the second point, they didn't back out early enough. Dr. Phil, Heavy, and the medic are already on the roof. They can't set up a defense there. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, guys.
It's GG. I mean, Denmark, they know what they're doing. They needed to get up on that roof, and that's exactly what they did. That's a mistake that Ireland made, and that's pretty much what, I don't want to say cost them the game, but it kind of did. And that just, it was just kind of, they couldn't push onto second, and that's what allowed Team Ireland just kind of get a little bit rolled right there, and Team Denmark just to take that round.
Wait. Is it play best of 3?
I don't know.
Oh Christ, it is, isn't it? I think it's played best of 3. Jesus Christ. This could take a long time.
No, Team Ireland, I mean, they made some mistakes, and I think they could really act upon them. Like the main one, please just walk up onto roof. As soon as you grab that point, push onto roof. If the defensive team didn't fall back early enough, they won't be able to have any sort of defense. But Team Ireland just didn't move up to the top, and that did kind of suck. But Beaters inspect it, so I mean they won't have any defense. I don't think.
I think they're restarting the config. They're checking if it's best of 3. The players don't know. I've just been told it is best of 3, so we know before the players. Good job, casters. But so yeah, they're probably going to restart the config and switch teams because it is Denmark's turn to attack first. So they should restart, and then I'm hoping they restart.
Yeah,
yes, thank you, Quintosh, for telling me before he starts bringing me in Steam and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, if Denmark just kind of play the way they did there and just kind of do everything they need to do, that Team Ireland just can't do anything against, then Team Denmark's going to take the second round.
Yeah, here we go. They've done the config switch, and so yeah, Ireland once again defending. They're now on red side, whereas the blue team is Denmark. So yeah.
Peter's still Inspector though.
Coming out. Yeah, but he's an engineer on blue team. There's not a lot he can do. I don't know if the little door build is banned. I know that's getting fixed supposedly in the latest in the next update that's coming out. So
he used it at the start, so I presume it isn't.
Oh, well he's joined that. Yeah, he's setting up a dispenser.
But I mean, Denmark, if they just stay on this car and they get the roof and they get the advantages that Team Ireland were missing out on, then I can easily see them rolling through all the points now. Yeah,
of course. If they win this round, then that'll be 2-0 to them on Badwater. So that's pretty much it. For Badwater, and we'll move straight on to Steel, which is obviously why the England game took so long, because it's 2 maps to play best of 3. That's a long friggin' match.
Yeah.
And Sixers players aren't used to that, They play a half-an-hour game and then a half-an-hour game, so maybe their endurance is less. I mean, it's probably not with the amount of PCWs they probably do every night, but I think Ireland could come back on Steel. I think they could, but Badwater is looking like a bit like a lost cause. I know it's only just started, but I can't see them, recovering from that horrific first round.
No, like TF2 is a game of momentum. You don't have that momentum, and Denmark do. I mean, they're going to be able to use that really well. I mean, they are going to be pushing through the point, through the tunnel very quickly right now, and Calm's just going to be peeking around, but I mean, it's not really going to be any kind of struggle. Just going to be spamming out. Both the Uber was actually popped. Calm did get dropped right there, though. Both Ubers were popped, and one flower and Team Denmark did have to fall back a little bit, which just kind of suck, and that's going to slow them down a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be too much. The teleport did actually get sapped right there. Zen taking down the sentry gun, not something you see every day, scouting down to level 3, but that's just going to allow Team Denmark to really push straight into them, feeling very confident, and they're going to start getting onto the point. Dr. Phil is getting pressured by Kirby right there, but Kirby does get taken down by Crizzle. And now they're just going to be able to push onto this point and probably just rotate round to roof. I'm hoping they do, because as soon as they grab that roof, yeah, Dr. Phil's going to be instantly getting up there. Before they can get any kind of defense up here, he's going to be preventing it. There is a level 1, but I mean, the entire of Team Denmark's here, and they're going to be able to grab second easily.
Yeah, I really wouldn't have advised, but Badwater takes down one flower. I'm not sure if that was a drop, but it was not from the body, I can tell. But that, of course, with that medic down, that's really, really useful for Ireland. Ireland can now set up an effective defense on third, which, of course, without that Uber, they can't push unless they get really, really fast, which it looks like they are pushing already. But I mean, Cunnyfun's up now, so he can actually, try and set up a defense on third. He might go for last though. I don't know what I'd advise. Probably with the speed that the Danes are moving, I'd advise setting up on last and sort of, you know, putting a good defense on last and then pushing out, like the Danes did with this third point. And you know, it's a legit strategy, but he's gone for setting up on third, which I'm really not certain about.
No, I mean, Irish are looking really strong, or the Irish are looking very weak. Sorry, the Danes are kind of looking much stronger. Team Ireland are just kind of holding a little bit too far forward. They're feeling a bit too confident when they just kind of shouldn't be. They need to kind of play it a little bit more passively. Stop trying to be so aggressive into Denmark's face, and Denmark are going to be able to take advantage of that. They're just going to be waiting for that Uber about 30%. Do I just see Badwater though? It's kind of peeking and looking though, but he does get taken down with a nice sticky. Funkadelic taking down Hellberg right there, just trying to get any kind of picks that are available right now, but it's not going to last for long. And with the cart being really just teased over this little hill right now, and they are going to be able to get on that point. The central actually went down without any sort of Uber. Now Cam's going to be able to walk around the corner. Both Ubers were actually exchanged, but I mean, it's just going to force Team Ireland out. The medic's actually getting air blasted away, and there's no way he's surviving that. He's getting pinned into a corner, and Beta takes him down, but I mean, it does actually look like Team Denmark are going to be able to roll on to last.
Yeah, Bulo just got completely destroyed there. He flashed backwards after he popped his Uber. He started off with a better Uber. He Ubered day, and then he started off with a better Uber, but it just didn't work in the end, and he just got completely split up. But the water comes in, tries to take down Dr. Phil as a last-ditch attempt, but it's not going to happen. You know, Ireland have got 2 players up. They've just got a spawn wave of 3, but it's Kruby, Dougie, and Bulo, and it's not going to happen against this heavy who's got, I think, 450 health. He's sat on the car. He's getting 2 heals. 2 healing beams, 1 from the cart, 1 from his medic. It's 3:49. That's an incredibly fast time. Wow, that's really
insane.
fast.
Yeah, we can call it GG. I mean, there's no way that Team Ireland. I'm calling they probably won't make it past the second point. Just because it doesn't seem like they're going to be feeling too confident, and they're not going to be able to keep that team composure. Especially, it's just kind of, look, they got under 4 minutes, kind of demoralising. And I want to say Steel will be more even, but I feel like Team Denmark is still going to be able to take it. I know you're saying that Ireland are going to be able to bring it back, but I feel like Denmark is just going to be feeling, you know, we did it in the first game, we know what we're doing, we know the positioning, we know exactly what we need to be doing, and I feel like they're going to be able to use that.
Did anyone else see this health pack on the cliff? That little one that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I said that. It was like when the scout suicided, and I said it like before they restarted, and then you ignored me. And it was upsetting, because I didn't get it.
Well,
it's gone.
oh well,
but...
YOLO. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, I think the form that Ireland have shown us in the previous round and in this previous half this round, I mean, and especially now, I mean, they've got a huge time. They're going to be demoralised. They're not going to be feeling confident. They're not going to want to push this. They're going to want, they're going to be complaining. They're going to be whining and mumble. They're like, oh, we're getting destroyed. This is not fun. And it's not, you know. I mean, a role like that is just not fun. And Cunningham giving up first blood once again to Hellberg, and you know, they're trying to do as much as they can. The dispense goes down. The sentry is in a really good position. Beta gets taken down. Their Hellberg's down as well. So this teleport could really easily get taken down. One flat actually pops his Uber. He gets forced. So this puts Bulo in a really good position. And I don't want to start the momentum game again, but if they can get enough momentum, then this could work, you know? I mean, they've got an Bulo's got an Uber.
I'm not saying they can win it. I don't feel like they'll be able to keep that momentum, but they can certainly try. And we do see Tutorial just kind of sat back with the Cloak and Dagger, just going to be peeking about Murloc running the Huntsman. That's how I know this is serious. Taking down Tutorial right there. Crizzle getting a nice crit shotgun onto, I can't remember who it was, but he's down now. Dr. Phil getting some nice pipes onto the soldier on the cart, and some nice stickies as well. And the sentry does actually go down from a wrangled mini sentry. They're just going to reset up on first. Like, they know that they've got this in the bag. It's already been a minute of their time. There's no way that Ireland's going to be able to take this now, and it's just going to allow them to reset up on the cliff. Like, they have no need to fall back at all.
Yeah, I mean, Bulo was pushing with his Uber about 20 seconds ago. It could have been really good, and then Hellberg just headshot Funkadelic, and Bulo was left on his own with an Uber, with a sniper coming at him. And that's not a position you want to be in as a medic. But they've caught that first point. They're already camping the door, which Denmark doesn't know about. They've got this huge spawn wave coming. They're all going to walk out into the sticky trap at the same time. This could be huge, but it's not going to happen because quad reflects. Could have been huge, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of, that had just been a rookie mistake, and more embarrassing than anything. But we do actually see Tutorial just still running that Cloak and Dagger, just kind of looking around, seeing if there's any picks that he needs to get.
They take second,
isn't really. It does take the Scout, though.
They take second, and they can keep moving, but they're losing too many players, you know? I mean, I think it was the Reddit round robin, like 2 Reddit round robins ago, when it was like 50 seconds left on the time, and they capped second point, and they got it all the way to the hole at the end with 10 seconds left, you know? I think.
Yeah. But Tutorial taking down Dave, and now pressuring down onto the medic. I mean, Team Island, what are you going to do? There's nothing they can do.
Bulu hasn't got the advantage. One Flower's got an Uber. You know, they need to pop the medic, and they need to drop the medic. They need to push, and they need to go now, or otherwise it's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen. They're not looking to push. They've lost some players. They're just getting spawns up. Bulo's on 30%. One Flower's in no danger of dropping. There's no one about. Badwater gets spotted out really, really easily. But the Uber gets forced by Dougie. He jumps in and manages to do something. Bulo goes down to Sin. It's not going to happen. The glorious win that Ireland were, you know, that we were hoping that Ireland would get, it's not going to happen. They can't push this now with 44 seconds left on the time. It's just not going to happen, which is a shame.
I mean, I'd like Ireland to do something, but there's just nothing they can do, and it's demoralised, you know, just kind of this, hey, that momentum thing, yeah, we don't have any of that, we really need some, and we can't, and there was just kind of nothing in there, and with under 4 minutes on Badwater, there was no way that Ireland would probably even think about trying to get as good of a time on that, and I mean, it's going to be Team Denmark going to be able to take the first map of Pale Badwater. I'd like to say that it's going to be closer on CP Steel, but I still feel like Denmark's going to roll.
Yeah. I don't know, I mean, Ireland have got the better Highlander players. They've got, you know, I'd say they'll know what they're doing on Steel. Whereas Denmark perhaps won't have that advantage. But after this match, Ireland are going to be, like, incredibly depressed. I mean, wouldn't you? After losing in such a role, you're going to be depressed, you're going to be disappointed.
And it's just kind of, Denmark wouldn't go into Steel blind. I mean, sure, Team Ireland may have the Highlander players and they may have that slight advantage on having played the map more, but I feel like Team Denmark will have kind of studied the map, made sure they know what they're in for, and then just kind of gone into it. So I don't feel like they're going to be at too much of a disadvantage, and I do feel that Denmark are going to be able to do pretty well. They're going to be knowing what they need to do at what time. Maybe Team Ireland will know just a little bit how to counter it, but I just kind of feel like Team Denmark are going to be able to take this with ease.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. I mean, I want Team Ireland to win. I said that at the start. I mean, Ireland's an awesome country, some pretty decent players, but it's not looking likely.
Pretty much. Which is disappointing. They keep mentioning Brian in chat, and one of the Denmark people asked, who is Brian? The Irish people have been spamming Brian's about in Brian We Trust and things like that. And they said Google Ireland Brian. And I've Googled him, and it comes up with a drummer for a band, something corporate, who I don't know who that is, and I don't think they're talking about that.
No, I'm Googling it.
Yeah, I've Googled it, and I'm like, nothing. It might be the rugby player. Be the rugby player.
Yeah, that seems likely.
They like rugby. Six Nations. Be the rugby player.
Rugby's pretty sick.
Yeah. Not that I'd play it. I'm a pasty little thin nerd, but you know, I like watching. But yeah, we're moving straight on over to Steel, which is of course a lovely map. I love Steel. That was not sarcasm at all. I actually do love Steel. Hayden, on the other hand, hates it.
It's an awful map. I don't get it.
Why are you racist towards it?
Because it's Steel and it's not platinum.
Is it because it's got 6 cap points and you feel that makes it in some way fatter than other cap points? I mean, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought so. Yeah,
the map's eating too many McDonald's.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Can you be fascist?
You're a racist. A map racist.
I am, because it's an awful map. I'm gonna be map racist to
It's a brilliant map.
It's not.
It is such a good map. It's some of the best upsets in the history of TF2 have come out of this map because it's so team focused. And if you've got DM, you know, but you haven't got teamwork,
it's team
destroyed.
It's team focused and it's teamwork, but stupid stuff works sometimes, and it's not even funny stupid stuff. It's just, hey, look, I'm gonna accidentally cap this point because this is really stupid, and yet it's going to work. And it's just silly. It's a silly map. I'm not a big fan of it. And we played it, and when I played it, it was an map. I was okay with it. I kind of grew to love it a little bit, and then looking back at it, it's just no. Why would anybody play this map? It's painful to watch.
It's awesome. It's harder to cast than it is to play.
Yeah, easily. Like what? Right, there's a spy in that place that's a minuscule corridor that doesn't have a name, and then you drop the medic. Sick. Like it's a difficult map to play. It's hard to cast, and it just confuses my tiny little brain.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It's
and
not
I mean,
fun.
some of the strats for this are ridiculously good. I mean, like back in season 6 of UGC, you know, the American team, Tangerine beating Looking Handsome, and Looking Handsome I think had an undefeated season, and Tangerine had come out of nowhere. And, you know, I mean, Steel caused that. You know, there's other great upsets which I can't think of at the moment. That was the first one that came to mind. But there's other great upsets on this map that, you know, good teams who... Well, in fact, a couple of weeks ago, I casted a strong high div team versus Beep's team, in fact. So, yeah, Beep as the leader of Ireland, you know, he beat a high plat team with his, you know, sort of predicted low plat team on Steel. So... You know, he could have good strats. He could show us something here, and I hope he will, because it's going to be awesome.
I hope he will, but it doesn't seem likely. Team Denmark can take it. I'm calling it.
You're boring. You're just you're just old and boring. And can you come over to A point? Can you see this?
See what?
Like
Behind the barrel.
On the bend on the ledge just outside of red spawn. There was a scout with a minigun. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but there was a scout with a minigun. I mean, like, there was a scout with a minigun. What is wrong with this server? First they
Steal!
put a password.
It's Steal!
No, it's not. It's a server.
No, you blame Badwater for
there was-
configs messing up. This is Steal. Steal is breaking the game. You should
but there
all
was-
stop playing
yeah, but
Steel.
There was a massive. There was a mysterious health pack on Badwater, and they forgot to put the password on. Random pubbers were joining. I think it's the server. The server's mad. It's mental.
No,
It's
I'm
broken.
calling Steel as well. Steel's a broken map.
Maybe we're actually playing Team Fortress 3. Scout with a minigun. New meta.
Is it revolutionising the meta game?
It might. I think this is actually Team Fortress 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed. You know, Team Fortress 3 could be the next thing. Same.
Yeah. Hey, do you think TF3 won't have Steel? Because I don't like Steel.
Just disappointed. Just disappointed. Thing is, though, you know, most of the Highlander community do actually feel the same way, which is a shame because it is a really,
It was
really
a
fun
map that, for the week or so that I spent learning it, it was an okay map. I didn't mind it that much, but just kind of looking back of it, it's a mediocre map at best. Like this, like you said, there's some decent points to it, but I just can't see it. Like against other maps, it's uncomparable.
Yeah, I suppose, but I mean, it's such a great idea for a map. You've got to admit that it is a brilliant.
I
idea
like
for
the
a
idea
map.
of having a shit ton of points though, like a map with like A through Z of points.
I think it definitely could be better executed. I mean, I'm not a mapper, so I wouldn't know how to do that, but I think they could make it better. But as it is, it's still really fun to play, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, you know, it gets incredibly frustrating if you play it on a pub, or in a lobby, or on a team that doesn't know how to play it. But you play it right, and it just clicks, and everything just works, and you find yourself pushing D with like 9 players, and the enemy team is just like falling out of spawn, going, "Lol, what is happening?" You know, it just feels awesome.
I want
You
to
know,
cast
you've
loads of
got
Div
all those
6
points.
games of this. I want to watch loads of Div 6 games of this.
Why?
Just, I don't know. I feel like this would be a funny map to see coordinated people not knowing what to do.
Maybe. But yeah, we've got 18 in server. There's no randomers. Password is still on. It's going
No
well
black
so
men
far.
Pyros from the quick play.
Second map's. I've just been told second map's going live. There's
90
no
seconds.
randomers joining, so this is good.
Progress!
Yeah, this is definitely. I hope they've got the right config. You know, this could happen. Might have
They
the wrong
accidentally
config.
have the 6's config on.
I don't think it will. I think we're going to be actually working this time, and I want Ireland to come back. You know, with a huge, massive Highlander dick and stick it in Denmark's face.
Wow.
And just, you know, yeah, that metaphor got a little away from me there, but I'm going to run with it. You know, and...
You're going to run away with Ireland's dick? What? Yeah, Team Ireland. I want them to come back, but Denmark's got this. I'm calling it. See, he did actually run away with Ireland's dick. This might be a bit of a problem.
I'm stunned. This is almost as bad as when Mia insulted my mother on stream.
You came up with the metaphor.
I didn't expect you to take it away from me and do that with it.
Why? What did I do with it? I just expanded on it.
You expanded Ireland's dick. What did you do that for? Okay, right. Professional casting, please. Let's go with professionalism.
Right,
ITPS is shaking his head at us right now. I can feel it all the way from Norway. So yeah, here we go. This is the second map of Ireland versus Denmark. Ireland are on blue, Denmark are on red. Denmark putting out a clever little sticky trap on the A spawn of Ireland. No, sorry, other way around. Denmark are blue and Ireland are red. I would like to say that right now.
That's gonna confuse me.
Yeah.
Right, Denmark. I'm calling it. They're
Denmark
gonna rush
blue.
B.
They're gonna rush B. Why would they rush B?
Why not?
I don't think that would work.
It could
They've got a level 3 set up, so they obviously want to do something with that. You know, whether that's cap A and then move straight through and take D, or perhaps with the sentry and then just sort of cap everything else normally. You know, it's a pretty good strat. That's done quite a lot. But maybe they will rush it. In fact, the engineer want to get in.
If they rush B right now,
They're not rushing B.
Oh,
Ha! They're not. No, hang on. They're all standing in spawn. They're not rushing B. I win.
Okay.
I think.
What do you win though? You win a cast with hit. We're going to be seeing Zen going down very quickly to Dougie, but Tutorial managing to get a quick backstab on him. Dr. Phil going down as well though, but so is Murloc. So a couple players exchange from both teams. We actually see the Pyro just WM running onto the point. The Uber was actually forced out of Bulo very early right there, and that allowed One Flower just to kind of sit in spawn, be able to keep that Uber, and that's really going to wait until the respawns come in, and they're going to allow Team Denmark to push it out straight onto it easily.
Yeah, Quad had a really, really strange strat there. I've never actually seen a Pyro run straight at the med and WM1 until he pops. And yet it worked. It was revolutionary. Maybe we're going to see lots and lots of Pyros WM1ing towards meds in the future. But, you know, One Fly's just he popped the Zuba. He popped the Zuba really, really early there. I think he got forced by Funkadelic. But, they're moving on to A. They're trying to get as many players down. Day goes down to a backstab. You know, Badwater's down, Beep's down, a lot of players down for Ireland. Bulo, I think, has backed out. I think he managed to get back into spawn. He did. He's rotated over to B.
Look at
so they've got... What am I looking at?
Pennyfront's staring at a wall.
Why is he staring at a wall?
He's...
Where?
He's flying in the air, staring at a wall. Stop still.
Why is he up there? How the frick did he get up there?
He sentry jumped up there and now he's sat staring at a wall.
He's trying to get the drop on him. He's trying to get the drop. Apparently you can stand up there. I did not know you could stand up there.
I knew you could stand up there, but what's he doing?
Is he trying to put the sentry down?
I don't know, but we're going to be seeing Denmark being able to push into here. They do actually have a level 2 as well. There's going to be a scout pressuring it. Kirby's going to be able to take that out. And the engineer's still sat up there.
Maybe he's going to jump down, put the sentry down, and it's just going to destroy everything.
How have they not noticed?
He might be stuck. I don't think they can see him. They can just about see him, but why would you look up there? They're Sixers players, they don't know you can do that. I didn't know you could do that. And I'm a main Highlander player.
I knew you could do that, but like, I don't get it. This can't be useful. And he's still there, he didn't drop down. He hasn't done anything.
He's dropped. He's putting up the sentry behind him, but the scouts found him out. Is the scout going to be able to take it? He takes him down. Zen, can he kill the sentry?
The Uber was... Oh, okay, the Uber was using that. Okay.
Both Ubers were forced. We missed that completely because we were so confused by this engineer strat that it was... What? I don't even know. Ireland losing so many players right now. They're down to one.
Alive. Wow.
C's going to get capped. You know, they're looking like they want to go A, B, C, D, E rather than just rushing straight for E. And they can, you know, they can get that huge advantage and they can leisurely cap E rather than, you know, rushing or scrambling to cap E. And they're going to cap C, they're going to go move straight through onto D. You know, I mean, One Flower's got about a 10% Uber advantage. I think he must have gone... Oh, no, of course, they were both forced, weren't they? But Bulo, of course, went down at the end of that, and One Flower wasn't actually healing anyone at the time. So he's still got that 10%, but Blue moving through the corridor, which I think you were talking about earlier. The one that doesn't have a name. The magic corridor. And they're already on D. A lot of players... A couple of players going down, but Mellow Johnny gets taken down. Hellberg's down, though. Calm's down, Zen's down. And perhaps... the Danish medic, One Flower, perhaps in a bad position. In fact, yeah, he gets taken down by Funkadelic. That was really nice. In fact, yeah, everyone going down on the Denmark team there. You know, that was a really nice play by Ireland. They trapped them there, but of course they've lost 3 points in 3 minutes, and it's going to be tough to hold these last 2 points for however long they need to hold it for. I'm not quite sure. I think it's like 15 minutes or something by now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be a long time.
I mean, as you said earlier, like, Denmark are going to try and go A, B, C, D, E, and they can do that just because we saw how they played on Badwater, and they're going to be able to do it again. We do actually see a level 3 being placed underneath the point. They're sliding into the pit right there, falling to a clumsy, painful death, because that sentry gun's shooting him in, and that sentry's going to be able to do a little bit of work right there. And we do actually see, oh, that was actually Denmark's sentry, sorry, and then now they're just going to be able to stack E, and it's going to take a little while until all these respawns. We do actually see somebody on D though. Not really sure who that is, just trying to get a bit of time on there, just in case the E push doesn't work. It's actually Dr. Phil and the spy right there. I mean, Dr. Phil's using pain train, and they're going to be able to grab that just in case the E push doesn't work, but D's going to be able to get capped. Quad's going to be walking back onto E. They get 4 minutes for 4 captures. They're just going to be able to step onto E and grab this under 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's just
insane.
That for getting all 5 points in succession, that's an insane time. The only way Ireland are going to be able to beat that is if they either go immediately to E through B, and Denmark's going to realise that, or if they cap A and then go straight to E.
Yeah, and like it's kind of, if they fail this first push out of spawn, I'm pretty much calling that they're not going to be able to make it, and I feel like Denmark are going to be able to hold this either way. We do actually see, where's Denmark's engineer? He's setting up at A, dispenser around the corner. Where's the sentry? Okay, sentry's going to be just around the corner as well, near the dispensers. It's a very interesting position. It's going to be able to allow them to hold A very nicely, and that's probably just going to delay them. They may rush E, and I presume Denmark's going to be expecting that, so they are going to be probably prepared for that as well.
Yeah, we're not seeing any crazy sentry stats out of Denmark. They're just running this pretty normally. You know, they're not going to be flying engineers. There's not going to be crazy scouts taking out level 3 sentries by themselves. None of that. It's all going to be...
CF2.
All going to be normal. And in fact, Hellberg stood right at the entrance to A. He wants to get... He takes down Funkadelic! Oh my god. Such a great snipe there. And he backs out, you know, he's got what he wants. The water goes down as well. And I just heard him get another headshot, but he didn't kill anything. So he's obviously, you know, hit something. I think it was the heavy. And Day and... They're moving out. They want to do something here, but that medic, you know, he's not in a good position. If he gets sniped, as he walks past those windows, he can get sniped, and Hellberg's in the perfect position to do him one. So, but then again, they've got some players over on E. They've rotated. They're trying to get E. They want E. They've got a scout on E. He's not going to be able to do anything. Cribby backs out.
Hellberg taking down Murloc, still sniping from this window. The heavy doesn't actually get around through the backup area, and he's going to be trying to pressure down to Hellberg. Hellberg going to be getting taken down. We do actually see One Flower being forced right there. Very nice plays by, I believe that was Crizzle. But I'm not too sure right there, and that's going to actually allow a little bit of movement. Not Crizzle, Crizzle's on the same team, I knew that, but it's going to allow a little bit of wiggle room for Bulo and his team, and it's going to basically allow them to just kind of have a little bit of room to do what they need to do. But they only have about 3 minutes and a half left on the clock, and I can almost guarantee that they're not going to be able to get any point. Maybe they'll grab A, but there's no way that they're going to be able to get to E at least, because there's just possibly no way of it being able to happen because of how solid Denmark are playing. I mean, Bulo's alone with the scout and the Devilman right now, and he's not going to be able to do anything. He pops the Uber with the Devilman, but now the Pyro's just air blasting him around, and he can't do anything.
Yeah, but the scout comes in, manages to take down Quad. One Flower's going to get taken down as well, but Tutorial's coming from behind. He takes down Funkadelic. Nice backstab, that wouldn't have been called. He just walks in and almost gets Bulo as well. He gets shut down by Kirby just in time, but they're going to get A. They can move straight over onto E here. They've got enough players on A, but Denmark looking like they want to contest. No? I was just imagining shooting bullets. Yeah, they... A couple of players moving straight over to B, but the Soldier wanting to go straight to that E point, straight to getting time at that point, because that's the only way they're going to be able to win this. And I'm not sure, but of course, I'm guessing this will play best of 3 as well, in which case we've got to see another round of this, with Ireland attacking first and Denmark defending, and then switching over again. So maybe we'll see some more crazy strats out of both teams, but E's got some time on it.
Yeah, I mean,
There's someone capping E.
I don't know the exact cap time for E, but I'm pretty sure it's something around like a minute and a bit, and that's a really long amount of time, and especially with Denmark going to be aware of it, and they're going to be able to try to defend that. It's really next to impossible for Team Ireland to be able to do anything right now. I mean, they're trying to go through B, but nothing's coming out of that. Hellberg taking down Funkadelic, and again, another disadvantage. Zen being able to take down D-Water, who was just waiting to last, but it was actually a dead ringer. That was almost Team Ireland's Pyro just jumping straight into the pit, but Zen's been pressured by the Scout. A little bit of back damage right there. D-Water dead ringing away just again, bumming into him, and I mean, it's just kind of, hey, we need to do something, yet we can't, and if you just look, it's just dead, Team Ireland.
It's 70 seconds that times 1 on the cap. You know, with times 2, that's obviously, apparently it's 46. So it doesn't quite halve it, which doesn't make sense to me in maths terms, but it's 70 seconds that one person has got to stand on that point, and that is a long time. 46 if there's 2 of them, or if they've got a pain train. You know, it's a long time, and Denmark are going to be able to deal with whatever happens. You know, there's no level 3 on E. It's just a mini sentry, as Carnifunt's given in and stopped trying to build sentries. It's 30 seconds with times 5 on it. You know, it's 30 seconds and 10 milliseconds. So that's still an incredibly long time with times 5. Incredibly long time. Carnifunt just gets completely destroyed by Zen. The Uber gets popped off by 1 flower, and it doesn't really matter. Bulo's got 50% advantage, but not going to be in any position to deal with it. Kirby not taking down Zen there. Zen managing to retreat into spawn with, I think, 2 health. And there's a level 3 on E, and it just allows allows Denmark to just defend for the next 30 seconds. So yeah, there's 20 seconds left on the pot time. There's no time left on E. They can't now get this, even with times 5 on it. So that's the first round over, and in Denmark's favour, Ireland are going to have a. It's not going to happen, is it? Is it going to happen? No, I don't think it is. This is depressing.
It's just kind of, especially on that last point. I mean, even if they did get some people on there and there's about to count, they could just throw some players on and they'd be able to defend it. And I mean, it's going to be the same again. Now, of course, we're going to be seeing Team Ireland attacking first on this second round, which I'm kind of curious to see how well they pull off. I feel like Denmark are going to really be able to defend it very well, but I really don't know what's going to be happening, and I'm kind of curious to see if Team Ireland can pull anything out of the bag on this. But I'm calling that Team Denmark are going to be able to take this again.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah,
I'm
upset.
I'm sure if I looked in my ancestry, I'm sure there'd be a little bit of Irish in me. So I'm disappointed, you know. I didn't get to watch the England game. I can't stream streams. My internet is terrible. I live out in the middle of the country, and it's powered by giving a packet to a horse who brings it to my house, and then I send a packet back, and it rips like that from the nearest town. So I can't watch streams. I didn't manage to catch the game, although my team won, which is good. But you know, I was hoping for Ireland to win. You know, they're close. They're part of the home countries. You know, but
yeah, it's see calm sandwich building.
Well, of course, you need those points. He's outscoring his medic 3 points at the moment. 2 points, 3 points. Oh, he's going huge right now. Sandwich building important.
Was that a config reload? I don't know.
Something happened to the config. They paused. Ooh. What?
And now they're switching teams.
Okay. Yep. They
good.
totally forgot to do that. Of course. Oh dear. Once again, here we go. Switch teams. So we've got Ireland attacking first, which is what should be happening. This is the second round. Ireland attack first. Denmark will defend. How long has this match been going on? It's only been going on about an hour, so it's a lot shorter than the
England game.
Yeah, pretty much. Apparently, I was not in the Highlander or Sixes team because he was the team that got wiped in Moment of Glory. Yes, I was. Why through shots fired? Yeah, I see you. Netherlands. You're in the Netherlands team. Yeah, you're not. I really hope you aren't. Otherwise, I'll look stupid now. But anyway, back to the Highlander match. Arguing with people in High GPS's chat stream.
Professionalism.
Professionalism. Let's do this.
Shots fired. Ireland's dick. CP Steel. We're gonna be watching Denmark versus Team Ireland. I want to see what happens out of these games. Hellberg getting taken down by Funkadelic. Funkadelic getting his revenge. And we see Murloc on, I believe that's a Huntsman, going to be able to take down Quad very quickly, but Dr. Phil does actually take down Funkadelic and Day very quickly. And Tutorial's just going to be waiting in the corner. He does get spotted out by the Direct Hit Soldier, but he is going to taken down by Krizzle. I mean, it's only just started and Denmark's got this.
That's so negative. You know, he's got times 3 on the cap, you know, that's a scout and a pyro. And
well, they're down.
Beeps
Bulu's
goes down.
running crits though.
Kirby goes down.
I didn't notice that. Bulu is going to be running crits, so I'm kind of curious to see if anything does come out of that.
Well,
He's going to be
Funkadelic's
looking...
coming in, you know, he wants to do the long range stickies. This could happen. It's not going to happen. Or he's just going to walk in.
What happened? Oh, Bulu dropping!
Tutorial.
Oh.
Quad distraction, and then just Tutorial just walks in and just like Dolo swags up to the point.
Hey, you see that crit screen? Yeah, you don't have it anymore, and that's just going to allow some more defense by Denmark. It's just, it could happen. It's not going to. There's just nothing that can happen. It's just kind of the demoralization. I mean, even I'm being demoralized for Ireland that they can't do this.
I'm depressed for them.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted them to win, and now no, there's no chance, and it upsets me because I'd like them to win, but they can't. It's just the momentum and the demoralization from Team Denmark and the way that Team Denmark have played, which, might I add, is exceptionally good. It's just the way they've gone about everything has probably really just secured them this game and really just shown that Denmark isn't a team to mess with. Zen taking down a level 3 sentry on B, and he takes down the engineer. He's going to be able to take down the teleport as well. Denmark, sick defense. Ireland, not so sick offense.
I'm not in the game. You'll have to like keep thinking.
Okay.
I just crashed.
Alright, but like, I don't know, nothing's really happening. Denmark's holding pretty far forward, and we do have Krizzle up on this cliff, just being able to spam through the windows to be able to pressure out that scout. We do actually see Day just hopping through that spawn door, but nothing's going to be able to happen. Quad being able to sneak up behind Day and take down Day. Murloc running that great screen, taking down Hellberg right there. I mean, it's just Krizzle getting taken down by a nice spy, by Badwater getting a nice pick. I mean, Denmark are losing a few players, but they're still at the advantage, and they're still feeling strong at holding this.
Yeah, I'm just back in. I've just successfully, while I was crashed, waiting for Team Fortress 2 to load, I've just successfully got a couple of interviews with the Irish players, so hopefully we'll get some of them in, and we can, you know, publicly comfort them. Or laugh at them. Depends what we're feeling like at the time. You know, but they're having a real hard time capping A. One Flower's on 100, Bulo's on 100, but Tutorial comes in and backstabs Bulo once again. Bulo drops the second one of the round. Has he popped an Uber this round? I don't think he has. Even though they were crits, weren't they?
Yeah. But it still counts.
Poor Bulo. Poor Bulo.
And now we're going to be seeing Dougie and Kirby going down. 20 seconds until they're up. That's always demoralising. Yeah, you have 20 seconds to wait, and it's just kind of waiting for something to happen. One Flower's got that Uber. Any kind of push that Team Ireland want to make, there's just no. We have Uber. We have a sentry. We're going to be able to do it. And Tutorial's doing some great work. A lot of the players for Team Denmark are just getting some really nice work done.
Yeah, definitely.
With the interviews now, they aren't busy.
Wow, that's harsh. I feel bad for you.
Let me chat. And we're actually going to be seeing Team Ireland pushing onto E. They're going to be feeling strong. They need to do something about this.
They're
going to be stacking.
Got the entire team.
They have a level 3.
Taken down there. Day straight there. He's that thing that Uber gets popped out of One Flower. Bulo's only on 70%. He's in such a bad position. Is he going to go down? This could be the thing that saves him. Oh, he gets. Oh, he strafes onto the point. But gets taken down in the end by Quad. But that was beautiful from him to avoid falling in the point, falling into the hole. But it's just not going to happen. Denmark, so many players just flood straight onto the point, through spawn, through windows. They just appear out of nowhere, and Ireland just get completely destroyed. And there's 1 minute 40 left on the time, and Ireland just looking like they're not going to cap a point. And that is, I'm crying inside.
Oh, Murloc! Headshotting One Flower with a Huntsman.
Just as Quad was taking, he was on fire, and Quad was swinging that axe as he got taken down. So Murloc trying to go in huge right there, but Bulo getting counter-killed by Krizzle. Oh, they getting taken down as well. You know, Ireland just, they're pretty much just YOLOing onto the point rather than, they know they've lost, they're just trying to have a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah, there's just nothing they can do right now. I mean, even if they all stacked onto A, I don't think they'd even want to cap, just to prolong this and have the same offense strategies of, let's try to do something onto B, and it's just not going to work. It does seem like Beep's just kind of roaming around too, trying to just do something. I don't really know what he's intending to do. D-Water's just going to be trying to rush out. I want to see if D-Water gets anything done, actually. He's running Cloak and Dagger, and I want to see at least some pick coming out from D-Water last minute. It does look like he's going to be chasing down the medic. He's disguised as the enemy spy. Medic's behind him. He gets the medic! Huge prediction plays, but D-Water does get taken down. And if you look at the people that's alive for Team Ireland, like, it's too long for them to respawn to be able to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, Badwater, Conifun, and Kirby, we haven't mispronounced Conifun. That's one thing we haven't done in this cast. We've done a lot wrong in this cast, but we haven't mispronounced that. So that's good. But, yeah, I mean, there's no one up. There's 10 seconds left on the clock. It's not happening. They're calling GG. All Denmark need to do is cap A, I think.
Yeah.
They might not even need to do that. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they do. Do they? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Professional casters.
I've never seen A not being capped.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I don't think that's the thing that ever happens, ever.
Yeah, so I don't actually know how... Oh, they need 1 point. So,
Yeah,
A or E.
A.
A or E. So
I
just
hope
A,
they go for
obviously.
E. Just to be cocky pricks, just overrush E.
Just to be tryhards and be, like, rules about it. Just go straight for E. Yeah. Okay. Is it just me? Or if we look at E point, is it really yellow and bright?
What?
Is it yellow and bright? Or is...
Yeah, it is. What the fuck?
What is wrong with this server? This has turned into a complete farce. The server's just insane. The casters have... Quite frankly, we're terrible. We've made so many horrific metaphors. And we're completely biased towards Ireland. We want them to win.
Wow,
we want them to
tutorial-
come back, but it's not happening.
Tutorial EU in chat said, I can't spoil it. I'm calling that it's over in 90 seconds.
Yeah, I think it might be. This is a shame.
But we are going to be seeing, the final minute of casting. We're going to be seeing Team Denmark, of course, looking very strong. This entire night has been incredibly strong plays from Team Denmark. We're going to see Tutorial straight off the bat, Revolvering Day. But Chris is going to be taken down by D-Water as well. Quad being able to take down Murloc. Doggy taking down Quad as well. We're going to be seeing the Bulo Uber, or Team Ireland's Uber, trying to do a little bit of work, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to be seeing Team Denmark just stepping onto this point, stacking onto A. Just 2 players up for Team Ireland. Just Funkadelic now, and I got to cast that entire round.
Yep. That's
what?
not often you get to
It's
cast
over.
an entire half. That was... Oh, I'm disappointed. That's it, I think, isn't it? That's GG. So that's
Yeah.
2-0 to Denmark. Denmark win the match. We're going to try and get some interviews. That's the phrase. I'm going to pass out the connect string to everyone I know who's on the Irish team. I'm hoping we're going to get some Danish people as well, and they can come and have a little bit of friendly banter.
Let's hope it stays friendly at least.
Well, I mean, it can't be any worse than the cast, can it?
It's a good point.
Oh, okay. Keep talking. Talk about the match.
It was a good game, really close, incredible plays from both teams. But what have you guys just watched? You've watched Denmark versus Ireland on Pill and Badwater at first, and that was CP Steel. A very short game just because of how dominant Denmark have been all night. But don't go anywhere yet. We're going to be sticking around. We're going to get some nice interviews with some of the players, ask how they're feeling, ask what happened in the game, ask just kind of their opinions on everything that's happening TF2 related. So be sure to stick around for that. And as we do that, we can just kind of sit back, relax, have a nice time, just realise and soak in what just happened and how quickly CP Seal was completely rolled by Team Denmark.
Yeah, that was such a dominant play show from them. Ireland, I think at the end, after Badwater, they just got completely demoralised. They knew they weren't going to win. They were just looking to have a bit of fun with it, and that's why I think they ran the completely strange strats and awesome things. Just ridiculous. I'm just going to have to mute someone because he is spamming me.
Ooh, Mr. Popular over here.
He wants to come and interview, and I've pointed out he's not Danish, nor is he Irish, and he wasn't even in the match, but he wants to play. So I've blocked him. But anyway, so yeah,
Wait, so
we've
if
got
you're
Dave.
just Irish, like, do you have to play for the team, or can you just be Irish to join and be interviewed?
I think you actually had to be in game.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we've got two people from Ireland right now. We've got Day and we've got Dougie, which is
Hello,
the heavy and the soldier. Hello.
Well,
That was. I feel bad for you guys.
Did you see our mad NG strats on the...
Yes. What the hell?
I didn't
Seriously,
see them,
that
I
was
didn't see our
brilliant.
NG.
we went insane. What was that?
People
I
don't
did-
expect it.
I didn't get it because like he wasn't looking around; he was just facing a wall, and then he just kind of dropped down and then put a sentry, and then it
And then
didn't
Zen
work.
killed it.
He
Yeah,
was
I
like,
wanted that.
The scout killed it. It was like, what is going on here?
He was just waiting for them to like pass by. I think I don't even
Hello.
get it either. To be honest, it was a bit of a weird one.
guys,
I
why
said-
is Connie here?
I said, don't bring everyone. There's 4 people joining, and there might be more.
I just thought you'd like to speak to the engineer that thought up that strat.
That was in. What was that?
The idea was that, at this point we were pretty confident we were going to lose, so I was like, okay, let's do something for the boys on the TV. So I decided I would try and do that, and the idea was that as soon as they capped B, they would push E, and my team was supposed to communicate to me when they were in that little connector where the health pack is. So the idea was I would drop down with a level 3 sentry, and we would like kind of pincer them. It would have worked out if their scout wasn't like still kicking about on B, but fortune favors the brave. I've tried.
Yeah, then
Probably
you
should
lost.
have told us this.
Yeah, then you lost yourself and your level 3 sentry to a scout,
But
and you didn't even tell your team.
But let's be honest though, if it had worked, and if I had got, a couple of kills out of it, everyone would have been like, whoa! So, it was worth it.
It would have been awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Would
other
have
great other great plays on Steel was Murloc Johnny getting that Huntsman headshot
Oh, that-
just
Yeah.
as the axe swung. That was good.
Yeah, that was just pure luck. I thought,
Well, of course,
I
it was Huntsman.
yeah, well, I can't beat him, so I just go with the pub strategy, and it paid off.
Are you
That's
saying
fine.
Hellberg was a better sniper than you, Murloc?
Yeah, way better.
Because
I
right
don't
at the
know
beginning of
why I'm here.
That guy's very
Badwater,
good.
I think I say on the if you watch the VOD, I think I say they're pretty much killing each other. I don't think I've seen them kill each
No,
other. But
it was one-sided.
was it okay?
Yeah.
It did he was quite influential in Badwater because even though he wasn't getting many, he was getting kills, but he was headshotting people all the time, and we weren't dying, but we were getting down so low that it was just impossible to do anything. So he was really strong in that one. It made it pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Badwater. You look like you were still trying on Badwater. Still, you just look like awesome.
We were trying on Steel, it's very offensive. Right?
No.
Really.
Well, the second round, the brass beat would have worked if I hadn't thought.
Died.
If I would have had view models on, then I would have been able to kill the spy, but I spun down. It's just stupid.
Let's-
but
Did Bulo get mad that you dropped twice to tutorial in one round?
Bulo
That's a
never
good
gets
question.
mad.
Bulo never gets
See,
mad. He's so used to dropping by now.
Yeah, here's the thing though. Team Ireland isn't in this for the super serious factor, and we understand that there are a lot of really good teams in this that really want to win, and we want to be competitive as well. But at the same time, we're all in this for the the fun factor, and we're all in there just trying to have a good time and everything. And yeah, it's the off season. Everyone's just chilling out and doing what they can and trying out some really weird shit like I was doing.
Yeah, I got a flippin' frag clip, so I'm in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'm
in
pretty
for.
sure Steel was just for frag movie.
Mhm.
Not much more.
I'll be featured on the blooper movie. One
Yeah,
with the blooper reel.
it would have been such a good play if it
Yeah,
had worked.
if it had worked out, if that scout hadn't showed up, it would have been really cool. But
If you'd-
that's
if
just
you'd
the
maybe-
flip of the coin.
If you'd maybe told us before.
Yeah.
Look. If you had made your scrim the day before, in
I
which
did
did
make
it and
it.
looked over it,
Guys, we're
And
on
you
the
wouldn't
team.
know
Stop
what I was
fighting.
doing.
Guys, friendly
don't
fire.
listen. There's a severe lack of communication in this team. I'll be telling below this.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't tell Bullo. No.
Oh,
Just
no.
don't
Don't tell
Paddy,
Bullo
don't
on
tell
me.
Well,
Okay,
have
well,
an Irish on this big
Wh-
one.
While the Irish team has a domestic in our mumble, I'm hoping we can actually get some Danish people in to talk about the match, or do they just not care?
Oh, the Danish were brilliant though.
They're too cool for school.
Really
They're-
good
yeah.
bunch of lads.
They're too cool and calm.
Really
Is
solid
Jeeps
team.
not?
Is who?
Jeepson?
Who's Jeeps?
Jeep? Heaviest GPS? Come on.
He is in
He's
here.
Norwegian. No.
He's
Danish.
casting.
Where
He's our cameraman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh
come
my
on.
day, how much drink have you had?
Oh.
I don't think you're set up for this, big lad.
This
Do
is
you not
this is
think
disappointing.
you've got yourself into it?
I'm messaging frantically to try and find out if we're getting any Danish players.
You should get
I don't know if we are.
And me and him had quite an interesting battle on the second point of steel.
Yes, we noticed. We talked about it enough. We know you're proud of your engineer strat. Just leave it.
See, Ireland plays for the fans. Denmark, they
Yeah.
just don't care about their
We may have
fans.
lost the game, but we won their
Real
hearts.
people's
You know?
person.
Yeah, I have to say, if you actually watch the cast, me and Hayden are incredibly biased. Incredibly
Yeah.
biased.
For or against Ireland.
Fall at the start.
Good man.
Then
Hey,
we realised we were
Can we
sinking
discuss
ship.
Irish's dick?
No. Wait, no. I'm gonna get Don to edit that bit out. That is
Wait,
not
what
coming
was
on.
that said?
No. That is
Well, I
definitely
think
getting
that
edited
laugh.
out. That is definitely getting
No,
edited
it's
out.
not.
That
It's
entire
all
metaphor,
out
which
edited.
Hayden ruined,
You
is
started
definitely
it!
getting. I started it, and it was going to be a
started-
great metaphor, and
No,
then
you were
ruined
talking
it.
about shoving Ireland's dick into Denmark.
Well, it's good to know that Team Ireland isn't the only one with severe teamwork errors.
John, are you able to put the are you able to moderate the mumble so that if I put the mumble information in stream chat so that a couple of Danish people can join, you can like move the correct ones in? Is that cool, John?
How will you know which ones are the correct ones?
Wait, I think I've got admin.
This is a well-oiled machine, lads.
Whoever's
I do
got
not
more
have
Danish
admin.
names.
I do not have admin. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
No one's replying to me. I don't think we can get any Danish people in here.
Talk
I
about
don't
Team
want to
Ireland
give out the mumble
communication.
details on. Oh yeah, I can PM them on Twitch.
It would be a good
Uh,
idea.
How do I PM them on Twitch?
Oh my god, you're worse than beep, Raja.
Shut up! I'm really good at this casting thing.
Yeah, you should see Beep, he's like the best leader ever.
Apologies for the
Yes!
server.
Yes, we noticed
Problems.
that. You know, letting the random pubbers in right at the beginning.
He's
Survived
the
by
voice
the
of
fire.
generation down there.
Okay, I
We
think-
thought it was a member of Denmark's team though, even though his name had XD at the end of it, we just kinda guessed. And then we realised, no, we're like, shit, there's no password.
In Brian we trust, man.
In Brian we trust.
In Brian we trust. Did you guys catch on what we were saying when we said in Brian we trust?
No. We
We googled it.
we googled it and we figured it must have been about a rugby player.
Yes,
Yes.
Brian O'Driscoll.
Brian
the one.
Brian we trust. Hashtag bod.
Wow, I can't believe I actually managed to get that. Okay, I've sent a message to one of the Danish players. Wrap up now. No, I'm not going to wrap up now, John. Shut up. We're trying to get some Danish people in here.
Sunshine.
God, don't tell me what to do.
Trouble in Paradise.
Okay, Beta, there. We've got a Danish person. Beta, the leader of the Russian team. So we
The Russian?
What?
Russian,
team.
Denmark, Danish team. God, I've been casting for too long. Okay, Beta, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was a interesting match.
Yeah, well played.
Well, some would say yes.
was close.
Nice guys.
Yeah, GG was closet.
And Helberg's here as well. Helberg,
Oh, Hellberg.
you've been celebrated by the Irish here. I don't know if you've been watching the past 5 minutes of stream, but they said you were really, really good.
Oh well, that's good I guess. I haven't been
Except
watching
against the
anything.
Huntsman. The
Yeah.
Huntsman destroyed you.
Yeah, it's
Scared
too
to even
strong.
be in the same mumble.
Yeah, that huntsman can go fuck himself. That was not funny.
Uh,
I need to practice with that for the next match.
Tell you
Yeah,
what, the Irish
funny.
might not win the Nations Cup, but we will sure as hell give you a show.
Indeed.
Yeah, that was a great match. Denmark, obviously, you looked really, really strong there. And I mean, who else is in the group with you? I don't
We
know.
have Germany and Israel, who should be good.
And
So
Iceland as well.
You should-
England.
You know, I like the Israelis. I know a load of the Israelis. But again, I think from this match you should be able to beat them. But so obviously your big target is Germany. You know, they've got some great players on their team. Do you think you're going to be able to beat them? Do you think? Are you practicing?
You go.
well, kind of practicing, not really that much because we're also preparing for 6 versus 6 mainly. But you know, Germany, hopefully we can beat them, but I don't know yet. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you are a lot of 6v6 players.
Yeah.
I think it's F2's team. I can't remember the name of the team with like Dr. Phil, One Flower,
Yeah, SDX.
Calm, SDX. Yeah. So you've got a load of players there. You've got you've obviously got Quad, who did really well on Pyro.
Yeah, he's okay.
And you've got some great players. I mean, Helberg, a really good sniper, obviously. Beta, you're the leader, is that right? And you're in the engineer.
Yeah. I'm just sitting in behind this aimbot and I do nothing.
Pretty good.
That's the same for me. Oh, yeah.
Engineers do nothing.
No, really, like on Badwater, I was sitting alone on like the third point, and they were all the way up on the roof, and I was just sitting there for like 5 minutes. I did nothing.
We just couldn't get aggressive enough to push us off that cliff. I mean, we tried coming in at every which angle, and I tried everything I could, but your soldier was kind of annoying me because all he was doing is directing everything I put up. There wasn't a lot we could do.
Also the mad scopes. Like,
Mad scopes.
that damage, I don't even know, probably doubled the demo damage in that snipes.
Double
Couldn't
damage.
handle it.
It was ridiculous watching from stream. I can't think of any more questions to ask Denmark. I can't think of any more questions that I want to ask Ireland in public.
I think it'll be good. I think Denmark, Germany is going to be good though. I think it's going to be closer
Yeah.
than people.
Yeah,
it'll be close.
Congratulations
I have
to
a question
Denmark.
actually. I have a question for Ireland.
Yeah.
When
Go
we in the very last round in Steel, you built your sentry on B. Why?
Right, because people don't understand how... Someone asked, if we defend first, do we win?
there was a slight feeling of hopelessness, and there was a slight communication error. Mistakes were made. I won't mention by who, but on the whole, I felt like if I went shotgun, I would do a lot more damage.
You
So
thought
why
you would
did you build on
out-DM
B?
your sentry.
Dude, you haven't seen my shotgun aim in a good day. I should also point out that my left mouse button is broke, and I've been using my side mouse button to left click.
It's a sentry,
Yes.
and you
A
wanted to
terrible
out-DM. You wanted to out-DM the entire Danish team with your shotgun instead of the sentry.
You lack the belief of the Irish team.
I clearly lack this belief. I clearly haven't drunk enough.
You need to think outside the box here. Look, let's face it, the Danish are gonna like out DM us anyway, sentry or no sentry. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to trick them so much he's gonna focus the sentry, and then I can go in with the shotgun and clean up the damage.
But there was no sentry for them to
There was no
focus.
But they were so scared of the sentry, it was like it was there. It was like it was double there, dude.
Why
They were
is
so
it
scared of
just
it.
there?
It was just there.
I'm
GG.
gonna have to close this right now. Please,
can't.
someone mute all the players, and me and Hayden are just gonna have to close this because my mind is imploding right now, and that is not a place that I want to be. So,
Denmark winner!
this is
Denmark winner!
Yes.
No.
Nice and loud. Oh god, what is this cast deteriorated into? John, please come back to us. Please, he's muted and mumble. What
We
is
should
this?
have listened to John.
He's the
John
only
asked us
admin
to
here.
wrap this up. John asked us to wrap us up.
Basically, I can say anything I want right now, and you couldn't stop me.
Bail.
Wow. The
Quick,
power
heaviest
I
GPS.
have.
Mute yourself, quickly.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this cast between Denmark and Ireland here on Blackout Gaming TV. We are signing out, so be sure to check out our website and all that stuff. So take care and good night.